Good evening. It's nice to have everybody here. Incredible news. Yeah, somebody whistled. I'm hoping everyone in here cheered like that when you saw the news. So I am Dan Corso with the Atlanta Sports Council. So great to be with you all here this evening. If you'll recall, I think it was pretty much 9 months ago to the date, we were with FIFA here at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I think many of you were in this room when we did a press conference with FIFA during a technical site visit as part of the bid process. And I will tell you, if you kind of look back, that date, I think, really solidified our spot in hosting this event and being named tonight as a host city for 2026. Because it wasn't just the site visit that we took around this building and looked and kicked the tires and looked at the field and the behind the scenes and all the hospitality areas that would be potentially available. But it was the approach and it was the amount of people and the different organizations that all came together to kind of show how much we really wanted FIFA. And I think that really resonated with them. We heard a lot about that after that site visit. So from that day to tonight, we are now confirmed as an official host city and can't be more excited. The world's biggest sporting event is coming to Atlanta in the state of Georgia. Yeah. You could say a global event is connecting with an international city, with our international diversity and our connectivity to the world through our airport. So it's a perfect match, if you will, if you pardon the pun there, but we feel really good about what we have to offer to FIFA as a host to this great event. Congratulations to the other cities that were named. This was a very, very long bid process. We've seen some long ones here in Atlanta. But this was by far the longest that we've had here in recent memory, going back 4 years. June 13th, 2018 is when North America was awarded officially the right to host the event. And then the work began for cities to get involved and get their spot within the tournament. So 4 years, and here we are. I want to give you a little background on it. Tonight, as you saw, they just named the host cities for the event in 2026. And we've been told that sometime in the mid-year next year, June, FIFA will set the schedule for the tournament. And that is the time when we will find out how many matches and what level of tournament we will host at that point. So we've got about a year to go until that, but the first step was getting named as an official host city, and we're thankful for that. 4 years from now, we will have some matches going on, and it is without a doubt the world's biggest sporting event, generating estimated at 400 million of economic impact to the city. But beyond the dollar amount, it's the legacy that it can leave behind, and it's also the opportunities for this entire state to be able to host this event. There's a tourism opportunity for cities all over the state of Georgia to be a part of this, whether it's a fan fest or promoting our volunteers that we're going to need, not just within Metro Atlanta, but throughout the entire state. So we look forward to engaging multiple communities throughout the state and hosting this event. Our work will begin next year in the planning phase. Now that we're done through the bid phase, we'll get together with FIFA towards the end of the year as they get through this upcoming 2022 FIFA World Cup. And then as we turn the calendar into 2023, we'll get into the planning phase, which is about the time that we expected to hear from them as to when we would get involved. And then we'll form a host committee and we'll work with all the great partners that are in this room. I want to give a special thanks to everybody that was involved in this bid. It was a complete collaborative effort from the state to the city to the ACVB, the Georgia World Congress Center, AMB Sports, the Atlanta United, and many, many others, all coming together to work together to make sure that we put ourselves in the best position possible. I think with the news today, that obviously worked. And you're going to hear from some of the key leaders in that effort here in a little bit. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to someone that really played a key role in this and has done an amazing job in his term as governor of the state of Georgia. We've had a college football championship game in 2018. We had a Super Bowl in 2019. We would have had a men's Final Four in 2020, and now we've been named a host city for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. We cannot do these events either in the bid phase or the planning phase without a great public partnership with city and state officials, and we're really blessed to have that with Governor Kemp. So he's here tonight to say a few words. So, Governor.
Well, thank you, Dan, so much. And what a great night. What an exciting day for the Peach State. And I just want to give a round of thanks, first of all. Certainly want to thank Dan and the team at the Atlanta Sports Council all our partners in the Georgia General Assembly. I want to congratulate and thank Mayor Dickens in the City of Atlanta, certainly the Metro Atlanta Chamber, the Atlanta Convention and Visitors Bureau. I want to thank the Arthur M. Blank Sports and Entertainment folks and the leaders at the state and the local level that have poured their time and energy into making the dream of the World Cup games in Atlanta a reality. The reasons to locate an event of this scale in our great state speak for themselves. We've got world-class transportation infrastructure, the world's most utilized airport, numerous attractions, and a thriving hospitality industry. And we certainly have a track record of hosting major events in this state and in this city, including the 1996 Olympics, 2 Super Bowls, 3 Final Fours, and as Dan mentioned, the College Football National Championship, and now the 2026 FIFA World Cup. We also had the intangibles, like our strong bipartisan public-private partnerships. Partnerships that started decades ago when we first hosted the 1996 Olympics and laid the groundwork for an event of this scale. So as we celebrate today, I also want to remember a lot of giants like Ambassador Andy Young, then Governor Zell Miller, and Olympic Committee Chairman Billy Payne for putting this state and Georgia on the map. It's exciting to think about the impact that this premier event will have on so many hard-working Georgians. Hotels will fill with our guests from around the world. Restaurants will provide visitors a taste of the South that they will not soon forget. Attractions across Georgia will welcome those seeking to experience all the Peach State has to offer. And at each interaction, people will see our Southern hospitality on full display. And when it's all said and done, the world will be watching as we meet this moment. To ensure that we put our best foot forward, we've taken steps under the Gold Dome this past legislative session to prepare for such a massive event. House Bill 1034, sponsored by Representative Marcus Wiedauer, who's with us tonight, and Senator John Albers, extended the sales tax exemption on tickets for major sporting events to 2031 and ensured the World Cup was included. Also, our fiscal year 23 budget includes $250,000 of funding for public safety and security expenses associated with hosting the World Cup. These first steps were essential to attracting this event, and we look forward to continuing to work with FIFA and state and local leaders to make this an unforgettable experience for all. Our friends at the Georgia World Congress Center have been essential to this success, maintaining the locations for many of these events, training the staff required, and always keeping an eye on future growth. And I would be remiss if I did not highlight the explosion of soccer in Atlanta in the recent years. The World Cup was last played in America in 1994, and it will return to a far different soccer culture in 2026. No city embodies this transition more than Atlanta, which has wholeheartedly embraced soccer and supported its growth. Since their inaugural season in 2017, our very own Atlanta United has set attendance records for soccer matches in the U.S., with an average attendance rivaling some of the biggest clubs in the world. I look forward to the day when we will be united in this stadium for one of the most impactful events in our state's history. So again, congratulations to all who worked so hard on this endeavor. And now I'll turn it back over to Dan. Congratulations, Dan.
Governor, thank you. I want to echo the sentiment on the Atlanta United and the growth of soccer. One of the objectives that FIFA is looking with the host cities is how do they, as a city, host city of the event, help build the sport of soccer? Trying to build it here in the U.S., and they cannot pick a better market than Atlanta with what Atlanta United, Darren, I know Darren and Carlos are here, what Atlanta United have done to our soccer profile, not only regionally, nationally, but globally. That played a big part into, I think, FIFA's decision making. So next, I would like to bring up Mayor Dickens, who was instrumental in this as well. Everyone on his staff, I know you're 6 months into your term and you've already locked in the biggest sporting event in the world, so congratulations. Come on up, Mayor.
Thanks, Dan. Thanks for reminding everybody. I'm only 6 months in. Uh, so I have to be grateful and thankful to you and all the leadership that you provide, to the Metro Chamber, to everyone, my predecessors, previous mayors before me that led into this moment that we're in today. Well, I welcome everybody here. And I am just excited this evening that Atlanta, my hometown, will be one of the host cities for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. So FIFA has found out something that we've already known for a little while here in Atlanta, that Atlanta is a soccer town. FIFA figured that out, and we are excited, and now the international world knows that we are an international soccer town. Let's make sure that the world hears us in this way. Atlanta es una ciudad de fútbol. Atlanta es un ville de fútbol. Atlanta está en football star. Atlanta, Wasaka, no masha dishu. Those were Spanish, French, German, and Japanese, all learned today. For this moment, anyone who's been to an Atlanta United game in this stadium already knows that Atlanta is the place to be. We hold 4 of the 5 top slots and biggest attendance records in MLS history. So Atlanta knows a little bit about turning up and turning out for soccer. We're also an international city with the best, the busiest, and of course the most efficient airport in the world, world-class hosting facilities, the best stadium in the country, and all the experience and know-how to host major sporting events. As the governor stated, we've hosted the Olympic Games here with Andrew Young, Ambassador Andrew Young, and Billy Payne's guidance. We've hosted multiple Super Bowls and, of course, national championships and other major sporting events. And I want to just thank the Atlanta Sports Council for all that they've done, for spearheading our bid. Thank you, Dan, and to your entire team. Of course, I want to thank the whole Mercedes-Benz Stadium team. Dietmar, please accept our thanks to you and Arthur Blank and the whole crew on behalf of the city of Atlanta. And also, I want to thank Governor Kemp and all of our state executive and legislative leaders for their partnership in helping to pull this together. To pull off an event like the World Cup, it requires us to all row in the same direction. The cooperation you're seeing between the city of Atlanta, the state of Georgia, and our great business community is how Atlanta is able to consistently put our best foot forward and secure these events and execute them oh so well. You saw it when we hosted the Super Bowl and when we held the College Football National Championship, both right in this stadium, and you'll see it again in 2026. Now, I know the folks up here are just like me, and they're just as competitive as I am. And so as we look forward to making the case that Atlanta should be host to some of the biggest games. Yes, I'm excited about today, but I'm still want to make sure that we continue to go and try to host the biggest games, the biggest matches. Atlanta is ready to welcome folks from all over the world and fill every seat in this beautiful stadium, just like we do for our Atlanta United matches. So, to the men's soccer's greatest athletes, I say, bienvenidos, benvenuto, caribo, yo coso, and we say, welcome to Atlanta. Thank you, Dan.
That was fun. Thank you, Mayor. I hear Yo Coso around my house all the time. We yell that. So, hey, I want to just, it dawned on me, the mayor and governor mentioned the Summer Olympic Games here, and we entered into a very, very small, unique, but really cool fraternity today as a city to be one of only 2 U.S. cities to host the Summer Olympics and the FIFA World Cup, with Los Angeles being the other. So it's a really, really great recognition for our community, I think. So. The bid process, this one was long, and it was very detailed. And COVID, of course, got in the middle, so it was slowed down for a little while. And we were dealing with an organization that's 6 hours ahead of us in Zurich. So a lot of the calls were by Zoom and early in the morning to make up for the time difference. But the process is best explained as sausage grinding. It's not glamorous. There's a lot of detail. There's a lot of talk, a lot of discussion, a lot of strategy, a lot of meeting. And I will tell you this, if you ever get into that situation, you want to get into that situation, into that foxhole with Dietmar Exler, because the guy's a true pro and really an asset to this community and to this stadium. So Dietmar, come on up.
Thank you, Dan. Appreciate the kind words. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Thank you for coming tonight. I hope you are as excited as we all are to have the Soccer World Champion 26 in Georgia, in Atlanta, here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. That is just awesome for us and for everybody. I still can't stop smiling, and I'll be smiling all night long. My wife's going to ask me what's gotten into you. I'm just excited about that. That's fantastic news. As Dan, as the governor, as the mayor said before, this would not have happened if not all of the state and all of Atlanta, if I may say that, came together, worked together on this. So I want to start out with saying a big thank you to the state of Georgia, to Governor Kemp and his team for all your support, and even more, Governor, thank you for always being a strong supporter on all things Mercedes-Benz Stadium. We truly appreciate it. And next, thank you to the city of Atlanta. Mayor Dickens, we really appreciate the strong relationship we were able to build over the last 6 months, and we had with the city for much longer for many events. And by the way, if you need a job, you know, in Spanish translator, we play Mexican teams here. We have you every day. This was pretty good. And then thank you to our partners from Georgia World Congress, Frank Poe and his team, to the Atlanta Convention and Visitors Bureau, William Pate, to the Atlanta Chamber of Commerce, Katie Kilpatrick. Nothing would happen without you all. I don't want to say in the background, because you're much more than that, without you all happening. Really appreciate, and really appreciate the Atlanta Sports Council, Dan Corso and Aaron, who helped us all along over a long process. Now, we believe that Mercedes-Benz Stadium is the best, the logical locations to host FIFA World Cup soccer matches. If you go back in history a bit, probably a bit more than 10 years, it is that Arthur Blank shared his vision to turn Atlanta, with a big sports city, with the Braves, the Hawks, the Falcons, the Atlanta Dream, that there's also room to make it a soccer city. And today, I think we all are proud of Atlanta United under the leadership of Darren Eales, Carlos Bocanegra. They've done a fantastic job. The team has won 4 trophies, among it the MLS Cup, the Open Cup in just 5 years, and the atmosphere in the stadium is absolutely fantastic. We are so proud of them. And when the new stadium was built, from day one, the focus, the direction that Arthur gave us was, you need to build here a stadium where the football fans feel it's a dedicated football stadium, and the soccer fans feel this stadium is for soccer. I want no compromise. I want all of the fans happy and feel it's for them. And I think we achieved that. And I hope, and you would all agree, when you have been to Atlanta United games, it's an absolutely fantastic atmosphere in our house. And for that, I would miss big time if I weren't to thank all of our fans, the 17s, and specifically our supporter clubs, who do a fantastic job and contribute to an awesome atmosphere experience for everybody who comes. And as Dan said, FIFA noticed. FIFA noticed, and they told us they had seen some games here of Atlanta United in the stadium. They see how everything comes together, and for them it was important and is important that Atlanta is a soccer city as well. So this is really cool. For us here working in operations at the stadium, we are 100% committed to deliver a world-class top experience to every national team that comes and plays in our stadium, to every fan that comes and sees the games here. We will do just the same job that we've always done. Commitment to, if I borrow from my previous employer, the best or nothing at Mercedes-Benz Stadium as well, for fans, teams, and everybody. With that, for us, it's about 1,460 days until the FIFA World Championship starts. We're going to make it happen. Thank you very much.